Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you is something that you need to see and send out. More and more clips are coming out and being rediscovered from Kamala Harris. In this little jewel, she actually says she used existing gun owner list and sent police to their door to take their guns. I'm about to show you the entire clip. Make sure you send this one out, because while you may know that she's a gun controller, other people in your sphere of influence may not. Please send this out. As the thing you're about to see says, be a two-way hero and share this one out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and this content would not be possible without my sponsors, TacPack. TacPack is a specialty subscription service, goes right to your door. It is geared towards an AR aficionado. It has the highest gear available. It has the easy availability of cancellation if you don't like what you're getting, and also it has an extra gift. If you are part of my little viewer group that goes into that, you get a $65 EDC kit tied in with your first order if you use the code Langley. It's right down there in the description box. Just an example. Here's some stuff that came in my first box. You're not talking about knockoff stuff. High gear, AR aficionado, Langley is the code, $65 EDC in the description, and thank you to them for making this possible. Let's get into this, people. You gotta send this out. You gotta be active in defending our rights. You have to preemptively strike to get people to vote against Kamala Harris, because holy God, this is one of the most egregious 2A infringers on the planet. I'm not being hyperbolic. Okay, I'm going to keep on hitting this. A lot of us are. But let me show you in her own words first, this clip, and then I'll show you a few of the actual highlights, of which you can send to everybody because it's all linked in the description. Let me show you what we're dealing with in a resurfaced clip from 2019. Okay?
Senator, I'm curious though, because not one candidate who has very similar plans to what you have when it comes to guns never really seems to talk about the process of perhaps banning certain guns. Does it involve law enforcement essentially going to people's houses looking for specific banned guns? Does it involve perhaps creating a database of people who are legal gun owners? I mean, what kind of process are we talking about here?
Well, first of all, as a point of distinction, I believe I'm the only one who has said that she will take executive action. So mine is not just a plan with some plan for legislation. I'm actually prepared to take executive action to put in place rules that improve this situation. I also have, as part of my background and experience, working on this issue when I was Attorney General. And we put resources into allowing law enforcement to actually knock on the doors of people who were on two lists. A list where they had been found by a court to be a danger to themselves and others, and were on a list where they were precluded and prohibited from owning a gun because of a conviction that prohibited that ownership. And those lists were combined, and then we sent law enforcement out to take those guns. Because, listen, we have to deal with this.
Enough of that. Okay, so understand, we're just going to break this down in a second, then I'll show you the actual in writing verbiage that just occurred. So we have now two separate lists: extreme risk protection orders, which are red flag laws, that's what she's talking about. And then you have those that can't have guns because of some sort of conviction or some sort of accusation or what have you. Well, the criminals and the extreme risk protection order people, they were combined into one list. And then she sent police to their doors to take their guns. It is literally in her own words. Now, there's this effort on Twitter and on social media to say she never said that. She wouldn't take guns. This is absolutely insane. You're just being hyperbolic. You're being absolutely Chicken Little. Literally her own words. Now, again, I know that you guys are fully aware of the threat that she represents to the Second Amendment. The people in your sphere of influence may not be. Send this video out, please. It's completely free. Our Second Amendment fight is on this focal point of what she's saying. We can make so much more change just by doing a small incremental movement. Imagine if 1 million people saw that. Imagine what it would do to the conversation piece around what she is openly saying she has done and will do again. Guys, this is insane. She makes Biden look like nothing. We're going to keep on hitting it, but now let me show you a few of these little highlighted points just so we can, again, see it in actual text. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Presumptive Democrat presidential nominee Kamala Harris once threatened to use databases of gun owners to send police to their homes to confiscate firearms. Now, of course, you guys know that databases are against constitutional law or congressional law. That is a violation of standing law. Can't do that. But she did it in California. That's the whole point. There's a premise, there's a background, there's a history. This woman is absolutely against Second Amendment in a very big way. She said she was, quote, prepared to take executive action to implement comprehensive background checks, crack down on gun dealers, and ban the import of so-called assault weapons. All of those things. So just so you know, executive action, there's two different ways that will be classified underneath executive action. We went through this in the early days of the Biden administration. There's executive actions, which are recommendations and requests, and there are executive orders. Orders actually go into the Federal Registry. Orders are the ones that actually carry more weight. When you're looking at what she's suggesting, she did not say she's going to do an executive order verbatim, but she said she will take executive action. Just to give you a frame of reference, the executive action is what you've seen from the past 4 years in the Biden administration when they're making up new rules from the ATF, when they are banning things ad hoc from anything that he wants to write in an executive order, of which has to take 6 to 12 months to go through the law system, where the judicial system. This is a serious thing. We can defeat it, but we have to do it now. It'll be much easier to defeat it now than defeating it if she's sitting president. All right, let me show you a couple more things here. Again, this is in Washington Times. This is not a rag of a newspaper. This is from today. Ms. Harris said she knew how to enforce tough gun laws because as California's Attorney General, she allowed police to knock on all the doors of people on a state list of prohibited gun owners, and people deemed a danger to themselves or others. Quote, we sent law enforcement out to take those guns because we have to deal with all of this on all levels. And to her credit, and I'm going to be completely fair, not to Kamala's credit, to just what her spokesman said, because she's running from all of her positions. More recently, unnamed Harris campaign advisors, that reeks of credibility, told the New York Times that she no longer supported a mandatory buyback of civilian-owned assault weapons or several other progressive policy stances she took during the 2020 presidential campaign. This was literally 4 years ago. This was not 40 years ago. This was 4 years ago. That clip is from 2019 when she ran for president. As her options and plans for gun violence, that was it. You just saw it. The reason that we do these videos, the reason that we spend as much time working our fingers to the bone, quite honestly, to get this stuff to you guys, is because it's a constitutional duty. We have a responsibility to pass the blessings on to the next generation. Working hard is something that I enjoy. Working hard is something that we all enjoy. Passing the rights on to the next generation, preserving our Constitution, preventing infringements upon our Second Amendment. All of those things are a worthy cause. You can literally spread this information that we're showing you consistently, everyone that you know in your sphere of influence, and you basically spread the awareness of what this woman has done and will attempt to do in this presidential campaign and her potential presidential tenure. This is a really big deal, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.